Good morning, everybody. Can you all hear me?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning. Court will begin with a September 24th, 2020 docket. And Mr. Weiss, you have Jacob?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor. Jacob Estevanas, CR 19-13996-D. It's a plea.
Yes, sir. Okay. Do we have him on the screen? Do you see him, Mr. Weiss?
I can only see myself on the screen. I don't know if he has one on mute.
Okay. Jacob, if you're Jacob, please raise your hand so I'll know who you are. Oh, there you are. Okay. Galaxy 820. All right. Can you hear me, Mr. Estevanas?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to do a plea here. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Ms. Beltran, you're here for the state, right, ma'am?
Your Honor.
All right. Let's see here. Please raise your right hand, Mr. Estevanes. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may put your hand down and make sure you speak loud enough so I can hear you, and especially everybody here on the record. Jacob Estevanes, CR 19-139-96D. Your charge here is a Class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yeah.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give your plea?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yeah.
All right, state's evidence.
It offers plea documents and offense reports as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure to State Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk to needs assessment as State Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to this venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and that all documents and evidence that have been e-filed are sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
No objection is so stipulated.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. In a recommendation, state?
The state recommends a $200 fine plus court cost plus 90 days in Hidalgo County Jail for probation for 1 year, anger management classes, and no harmful contact with the victim, Jesus Martinez.
That was the agreement on the plea, Your Honor.
All right, then you know what? That's going to be the judgment as read in the record. And so that'll do it. And I guess later on, Mr. Estevanes will be getting a call from the probation department, right, ma'am?
Yes, Judge. I'll call him after docket's over.
All right, that'll do it, sir. You may be excused.
Your Honor, if we may confirm his phone number.
Okay, the phone number, Mr. Estevanes?
956-363-2012.
I got that, Judge.
All right, thank you very much. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mr. Hector Hernandez? All right.
Judge, I'm
Can
here.
you-
I'm sorry.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Hernandez. Your client is Durley Guerra?
Yes, sir. He needs to be unmuted, but he is there on the screen.
That's right. I see him on the screen. There he is. Can you hear me, Mr. Guerra?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we're set for a plea, right, Mr. Hernandez?
That's correct, Your Honor. As to CR-20-02777-D.
All right. Please raise your hand, Mr. Guerra. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down. CR 20-02777-D. Durley Felix Guerra. Your charge here is a Class A misdemeanor, unlawful carrying a weapon. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those two rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation when you give your plea?
That is correct.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state's evidence.
Offers plea documents and offense report as State Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14, disclosure of States Exhibit 3, and waiver of misdemeanor assessment of State Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and that all documents and evidence that have been filed are sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
No objection to the admission of evidence. So agreed and stipulated as to jurisdiction of any of this honorable court, and the paperwork has already been gone over with my client, and it's stipulated to.
And without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. Recommendation, State?
State recommends a $500 fine with court costs plus 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 2 years, and forfeit weapon to state for destruction.
Okay, no community hours?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, sir. That is our understanding of the agreement. I believe it's to run concurrent with CR-1387-20-F, a case out of the 332nd, for which this was all negotiated. Furthermore, Your Honor, if I may at this time, I'd like to make an oral motion to this honorable court to return the alleged unlawful, the alleged weapon that was here to me, the attorney. My client did have a permit for the gun. It was his gun. The only reason that he's pleading guilty to this one, Your Honor, is because of a deal we made on some other cases out of the felony. But for that, Your Honor, he did have a lawful right to have the gun. And this would be not for him, Your Honor, but for me. And that's pursuant to Article 18.18 and Article 18.19 of the Code of Criminal Procedure.
So it'll be returned to you as in lieu of fees, you're saying?
That's yes, Your Honor. I will not submit a voucher for this case.
Okay, so he hasn't pled yet on the other one? He already did.
He did, Your Honor. This was the last case pending.
Okay, let me waive the court costs on this one.
Yes, sir.
There'll be no court costs. The fine will make it $100 instead of the 500. And of course, the forfeiture, but that'll be awarded to the attorney. And is that the understanding, sir? Is that it?
Yes, sir. And just to be clear, I will not submit a voucher for this case.
Okay, very well. So that'll be the judgment, Mr. Guerra, and it'll run concurrent with the other case. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Hear testimony.
Ms. Regalado,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, Judge. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. I understand we're going to hear some testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have my client's son on the line. His name is Roberto Rios. He is English speaking, but my client does speak Spanish.
Okay, so let's see. The person testifying is going to be who? Right there, Mr. Rios? Okay, you need to unmute Mr. Rios. He needs to unmute so I can hear him. And state, is he the one that's going to be testifying?
I believe it's his son, Your Honor.
It'll be his son. Okay, he's probably with him. There he is. You need to unmute Mr. Rios. Unmute so we can hear you. There it is. There it is. Good morning. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning. How you doing?
Fine, how about yourself?
All right. Fine. Thank you, sir. You'll be testifying here. I think the state will be asking you some questions. Are you ready, Ms. Beltran?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Please raise your right hand, Mr. Rios. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down and you may begin, Ms. Beltran.
Please state your full name for the record.
Mande. Robert Rios, Roberto Rios.
Okay.
And what is your relationship with the defendant?
It's my dad. I'm his son.
Do you live in the same house?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what happened on or about the date of the incident, September 3rd, 2020?
No, mira que like I went to sleep because my mom passed away like 6 weeks ago, and then my daughter came over and was trying to run it out of the house. Y comenzó un café, pero like my dad's never like that. No, nomás he just I woke him up. He said,
Okay, we have We're having a hard time.
It was just something that never happened, you know, when I was in incident, you know, my kid, he was going through a lot, because my mom just passed away, like I said. Y pues, he reacted nomás porque, pues, como, pero he never does that, ¿me entiendes? Nomás un incident, pero lo que nunca pasa.
Okay, Mr. Rios, make sure that you respond in English. And I think what you just said, we heard part of it and part of it we did not. There was a lot of static. I don't know why. It's too
Go
loud.
ahead, sir.
Miss
Yes, sir.
Miss Co-reporter, can you hear?
Yes.
Not really. No, just answer. I guess.
Do you hear me right there? Can you hear me?
We hear a little bit of static. I don't know why we hear some static.
Let me move.
Yeah, why don't you move around under a nice tree or something, or a sunlight, sunlight, or under the house.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I'm right here, sir. You don't know.
No, we still
Can you
hear
hear me right?
No, we still hear the static. No.
Judge, may I
Okay.
propose a solution?
Yes.
Yes.
I've spoken to Mr. Robert Rios, the son judge, about this, and maybe I can ask him more leading questions so he can answer yes or no.
Oh, okay, that'll work too. Let's give it a try. Okay, you're indoors. Let's give it a try, Mr. Rios. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, that sounds better now.
Oh, okay. I'll defer to the state then, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, state. Let's see, state.
Could you tell me what happened on or about the date of the incident, September 3rd, 2020?
Yes, it was just a misunderstanding that no matter what, so like it never happened like that. My mom
No,
just passed away 6 weeks ago. No.
no, we still hear static.
Wow.
Okay, now let me ask Ms. Legalo. Maybe you want to ask a question, Ms. Legalo.
Yes, Judge. Mr.
Regalado.
Rios, for the record, Robert Rios, right?
Yes.
Mr.
ma'am.
Rios, we spoke a couple of days ago, actually last week, about this alleged incident. And would I be correct in saying that you described it as a misunderstanding following your mom's passing with your dad?
Yes, ma'am.
And would I
Yes,
be
ma'am.
correct in saying, I'm sorry, would I be correct in saying that no physical violence or anything has happened in the past, and in fact did not even happen on this at this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any fear? I'm sorry?
Go ahead, ma'am. I can hear
Are
you
you,
right. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, ma'am.
do you have any fear of your father or fear that he would assault you in the future?
No, ma'am. No.
And for the record, you do reside together and you're still going to continue living together, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you asking the state to drop these charges against your father?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. State?
Your Honor, at this time, we're not going to dismiss the case until the victim's unit is open.
Until what, ma'am? I didn't hear.
The victim's unit is open,
Oh.
in the office. until the
Okay,
office
so
is
then
open.
we'll set it for a status hearing or what?
Yes, please.
You want to give another?
I think it already had on March 3rd of 2021. And whenever
Okay,
it's open, we can bump it up
Okay.
just to let us know.
I understand it's already set for March 3rd. However, if this thing is done a whole lot earlier, let us know. We'll bump it up, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
Or
Your
if it
Honor.
can be, or if it can be done administratively, just let us know as well. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But meanwhile, thank you for your testimony, Mr. Rios. And we were here on CR 20-08402D in the case of State versus Tomas Rios. Okay, thank you very much. You may be excused. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
You too. Thank you. Okay. Cool. We're gonna-